Tonight, a Wink News exclusive. We take you in the crosshairs of one of the most dramatic days in Southwest Florida, the Bank of America hostage standoff. For the first time, the SWAT team sniper and one of the hostages meet face to face to take us through that fateful day.
Wink News anchor Chris Safadi has the story. We do want to warn you that part of what you'll see is graphic.
911, what's your emergency?
A guy just entered the Bank of America and made us all get out. He says he has a bomb.
We just had a serious incident in the county that I got briefed
A
on.
knife-wielding robber held the blade to the throat of an innocent hostage.
A SWAT storm, saving 2 bank hostages 1 year ago at the Bell Tower Bank of America. But that intense instant took time to set up with a degree of precision you and I haven't seen until now.
And this is exactly what we train for. We train for worst case scenario.
Inside, what first sounded like a bank robbery was starting to sound much worse.
He was holding some kind of black square thing in his hand, screaming he had a bomb, everybody to get the F out.
At the same time,
I have made an announcement that I am outside.
Lieutenant Paul Nader, Lee County SWAT sniper, gets ready and takes his first position. Right away, there's a problem. Mirrored glass on the building.
What do you see?
I see an image of myself.
But with high-tech help, the sheriff and SWAT team outside are getting a look at what's going on inside. It's clear there are hostages inside, and the plan to get them out is coming into focus.
And I knew at that point, like if it came to a situation where I had to shoot a hostage, that I knew that I was going to be able to do it.
That's the sniper, Paul Nader, in the middle. Next to him, screen right, is Gus Rengifo, a teller at work that morning, one of the hostages, telling his story for the first time.
So you had a knife to your throat.
Yeah, the whole time.
Both of them walking through what it took to take out a man holding 2 hostages claiming to have a bomb and a gun. Getting Gus and the other hostage out required eyes and ears inside. That's where Robbie the Robo-Dog played a critical role, providing these pictures outside and creating a turning point in the day inside.
Because he get very nervous as soon as the Robo-Dog comes.
Now, with an agitated hostage taker, Nader and the SWAT team are in the lobby, taking aim, quite literally.
I came up on the sergeant's shoulder and started getting a sight picture. I explained to him he needs to put his hand on top of his head so I can, have a good, stable platform. I'm watching him. I got my.
So there's the head.
Yep. I got him in my sights, and I'm making a decision on how am I going to play this out. So he's appearing and disappearing, appearing and disappearing.
Precisely calculating the distance between them.
I'm aiming 2 inches higher than where I want my bullet to be.
With the suspect holding the hostages right next to him and that knife in his hand.
As you see in the video, I only see the crown of his head most of the time. And in order for me to be able to get a shot that's going to end the scenario without him being able to cut somebody, I have to shoot him in a particular area.
You're starting to generate a feeling that you can do this.
Yes, I knew I could do it. So I see the Dell logo there. That's the round dot in the middle of that monitor. That's a Dell logo. I had my crosshairs right on the top of that monitor, and as soon as he goes down, squats down a little bit, that's when I pull the trigger and I hit him.
We won't show you the moment the bullet strikes him, but to illustrate how close the hostages are, watch the woman's hair after the bullet hits its target. So close, the energy from the bullet literally blows her hair back. But it's over. And now we learn some of the inside secrets as to how it got done, including how Gus, as a hostage, tried to help the sniper by keeping everyone in plain sight.
And he tried to push me all the time to go down there, and I would just try to keep him in that little space. The SWAT team don't lose the target.
It worked. One bullet ended the whole ordeal, but started the only anxiety that sniper Paul Nader would feel that day.
I took 2 steps back, and I was still okay. No problem. I was cool, calm, and collective. I just came today to do my job. They carried her, the hostage, out because she was not holding it together well. Like she couldn't walk, talk, or hardly breathe, I would imagine.
The female hostage, whose hair blew when that bullet hit just inches from her face, needed some time to mentally recover, but she wasn't physically hurt. And now with these two standing here next to each other, telling their stories, we find out how important Gus's decisions while being held hostage were.
Because I haven't talked to him like this before. And hearing how he kept this hostage taker pushed over in our view. I look at him as way more of a hero than I am, because he's the one in danger. You know, he's the one with a knife against his throat.
Two heroes who, if you haven't noticed the shirts they're both wearing, now work together. After his ordeal, Gus decided to leave his job at B of A and asked LCSO if he could come work with them. They happily welcomed him to their family of heroes.
I'm very proud of him as a a fellow citizen and as a human. Like he's a rock star.
Chris Safadi, Wink News.
Chris, thanks. Now, the hostage taker, Sterling Avalanche, was killed with that single sniper bullet. There were several other people in the bank at the time. One of them told us the Avalanche told most of them to get out, except the two that you heard about in this story.
Wow, just an incredible story, and to finally hear from the people who were there that day, making those actions.
And just remarkable how he had to steady himself on the shoulder of another deputy. Really remarkable work by all of them.
Yeah.
Everyone involved.
Yeah, absolutely.